Welcome everybody to today's edition. It's a tri-match. Bluefield University, Alderson, Broaddus University, and St. Andrews all in this together. It's Ethan Stinson joined by Kirsten Palmboss, the sophomore setter on the women's volleyball team on color today. And tell me, Kirsten, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge in today's contest for the Bluefield Rams? Because as you know, even though Alderson Broaddus is 3-12 so far, they're a D2 squad, and the Rams lost to them the past 3 times. What word of advice would you say to them?
I think their biggest thing that Bluefield needs to focus on right now is just their communication and making sure that they're covering every single one of their hitters, covering the blocks, covering everything, and making sure that they are talking to one another, watching for the holes, figuring out where they are, and just all around just playing a clean game and eliminating as many of the unforced errors as possible.
Definitely, I think that communication, especially when they were playing Judson just the other week when I was doing it solo, they would have won the game easily had they communicated more. And that was a very close contest. They actually won 3-0, but all the sets were like within 2 or 3 points of each other.
Yeah, the number one thing in volleyball is communication. If you don't communicate, you'll barely win any games. You can have the talent all you want, but if you have no communication between your players, you're never going to be able to get that game.
Well, a win is a win. That's what they say, No matter how much, a win is still a win. So, and as they're doing the starting lineups, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Rams Digital Sports Network. Definitely a challenge, as this is an out-of-conference team from Division II NCAA. Very, very common opponent in basketball for the guys up the street in Concord University, as they are in the Mountain East Conference of the NCAA.
Assistant coaches Mike Jacobs and Buddy Gallagher.
So with that, we're getting set for play here as the first stanza of this tri-match getting ready to unfold as they kneel in solidarity. I guess that might be their final prayer before they get out on the court. Just a great brotherhood of people on the men's volleyball team.
They're definitely a close family, and that's for sure. You can tell even off the court when they're walking around campus, they're always together.
And I know most of them, too. Listen, I just had a conversation with Caleb Word before not Christmas break, spring break. My mind does not cooperate today. But, yeah, so Caleb, very friendly guy to talk to. I know I've talked to General also. Just very nice people. Also David Adkins. I mean, fun fact, David Adkins, if you have never heard the story before, in this area, men's volleyball is unheard of, other than Bluefield University. This guy comes from McDowell County, West Virginia, Racall, West Virginia, gets on the team without even playing volleyball in high school. This guy is a legend.
Yeah, every single one of the players on the team has worked for their position 110%. Off the court, too, they have the most kind-hearted people, and they just go around and they make sure everyone around them is happy, and it's an amazing atmosphere.
First stanza underway is Denzel Brown from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! As that goes in the net for the first service error, and that gives Bluefield the first rally in this first set of play. How fun is it to be from Las Vegas, Nevada? I'm telling you.
Never been there, so couldn't tell you.
Well, right now we got General Smith coming up for serve. Kept up, knocked back into play, and couldn't quite get it over, as now it's tied at 1 apiece. It's the first set of play here at the Dome Gymnasium. Coming to serve now is Nanshin from Switzerland for Alderson Broaddus. By the way, Alderson Broaddus hailing from Philippi, West Virginia, as that one gets blocked and knocked by Ethan Storm. Sorry, my correction, Sturm. It's 2-1 with Alderson Broaddus in the lead. So if you've ever been to Clarksburg, West Virginia, a little bit outside of Clarksburg in the northern half of West Virginia is where they're from. as that one gets knocked outside. And now that gives Alderson Broaddus a 3-1 advantage. Rams getting a little out of system here. Coming up now is Resto from Orlando, Florida. And knocked backwards. Nanshan couldn't put a finger on it. Caleb Word coming up for the serve. Starting to get a little sneaky here. Here's on the far end, a little bit overthrown from Fernandez. Leo Fernandez now gives the lead and the ball back over to Alderson Broaddus. Sturm coming up. Here's Ward on the front. And slammed. Slammed nicely by number 7, Diaz. He's been a power player.
Yeah, he did a lot last year for Bluefield as well, and I think this year he has struggled a little bit with some of his games, but for the most part, he's always a go-to player that they have.
I mean, yeah, that had to hurt, though. I mean, he always delivers. He's one of those power players on the team. As that one's trying to get resurrected, it does. Over. And knocked on the near side from number 12, Jalen Gray, a middle blocker from Henderson, Nevada. And he also comes up to serve for Alderson Broaddus. It's 5-3 AB. But a service error now brings it within one. It's 5-4. Here comes the serve now. And a little mishandled. Ties it up now. 5-all. Jovion Banks standing at 6'7" from Chesapeake. He brings the ball up. On the far end, unreturnable kill from Fernandez. Now gives the lead to Bluefield, 6-5. Set number 1. It's a tri-match today. First of 3 games this afternoon. Here we go with the next serve. And knocked backhand. Block. And a block failed and goes right on the corner without Diaz getting to the ball. So now it's a tie ball game once again, 6-all. Yankiel Cruz Resto from Orlando, Florida, coming up to serve now. Here's a far end from Fernandez, and it drops in. Man, you love those plays when it's just no effort at all, and it just automatically just goes, boop, drops in there.
Yeah, those are definitely the more fun ones just because you didn't really have to do a whole lot. But at the same time, when you do a lot and you get the point, it's almost even better because you worked for it.
7-6, but a service error from Fernandez gives the ball back to AB. It's still a tie game. Trading side out for side out, rally for rally here. And a block nicely from number 16, Ethan Sturm. Now brings it 8-7 in favor of AB. As Sturm goes back, or Andrew Nielsen goes back. as he checks in. And it's blocked. Brown sort of took a fall there. Get that aggressive though. I mean, when you're trying to get the ball, you sometimes have to fall down to get it.
Yeah, well, it looked as if his shoe was untied actually, and he stepped on his shoelace and fell over from that.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to, have untied shoes. It's 9-7. And knocked in. Once again, Fernandez, the usual suspect. Fernandez having a killing spree in this contest. It's 9-8 in favor of Alderson Broaddus. Now we got Robinson coming up. Ruled out, service error. It's 10-8 in favor of AB. Denzel Brown comes to serve the ball. Over the tape. Here to Word. And slammed. Hariel Diaz. Once again, it's been Fernandez and Diaz that makes this game very competitive right now. 10-9 Bluefield. Or, excuse me, 10-9 AB, but Bluefield knocking on the door. Here we go. Block. But it was ruled in favor of AB. 11-9. Nanshan back up. Right in the net. Brings Bluefield within one off of a service error.
Serving for Bluefield, Caleb Ward.
Caleb Word, 5'11" junior from the big heart of Richmond. He dove for that one, couldn't even return it. Number 2, Nanshan. Ties the ball game up 11-all. Word now from the near side. And a flip from Word. Would have went outside anyway, but Word touched it. Now gives it 12-11 to AB. Coming up now, we have Sturm once again. It's up. And an ace from Sturm. Gives them now a 2-point advantage. Right there on the corner. They didn't see that one coming. 13-11. Here's the next one from Sturm. But a service error. Gives it to Bluefield. Just to tell you how volleyball is sometimes, one play you're getting ace, another one you'll get a service error, and who knows what happens next.
Lots of unforced errors.
Here we go. And outside, trading service error for service error there on these. 14-12 is the score. AB in the lead. Here we go. And once again, another service error, the third straight service error in a row in terms of the rally. Jovion Banks looking to break that streak. And he doesn't. 15-13, AB. Resto looking to get it over the net after the past 4 straight either side have been service errors. Here we go. Word over to Robinson. Knocked back into play. And tried to sink it in. And point Rams. Very sneaky play from Fernandez trying to just pop it in. But they, of course, knocked it outside, not knowing what to do with it. 15-14, Rams within 1. Here we go. Here's Morales over to Word. The General is laying down the law and holding up the fort, but goes to AB. Point goes to AB.
Serving for AB, Andrew Nielsen.
16-14, AB and Nielsen coming back to serve for Alderson Broaddus. Here we go. Point AB again. Close one at the net.
I've noticed from both sides a lot of unforced errors between in the net, missing their serves, not covering, not communicating. There's not a whole lot of forced errors at all right now.
And as that one aces right in. 14-18, a timeout called by Coach Alvarez. We'll step aside for about 60 seconds on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You say vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to...
Welcome back to the Dome Gymnasium. The first stanza getting ready to resume here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams trail by 4 rallies as Alvarez tried to reset people. Looks like they're all in an L formation, or an L shape. On the defense as Nielsen comes, serves. Here's Word. And block. Joint effort from General Smith and Caleb Word on that far end gives it 15 for Rams. They're now down by 3. Leo Fernandez coming up to serve. Check it. Devin Robinson. And sunk right in the middle from number 16, Sturm. We've heard his name a lot too. A very powerful killer in this group. Denzel Brown now comes to serve. Ball moving left to right. 19-15 to score. AB in the lead. Here's Word. Knocked in by Diaz. He really loves those diagonal plays to get the kill anytime he can. They're now down by 3.
Yeah, he definitely hits cross a lot more than he hits line.
But hey, that's his strong spot, so hey.
That's any outside strong spot, always has been, 'cause it's one of the easier areas to find holes.
And knocked outside, given the point on the hitting error. 19-17, Bluefield only down by 2. General coming up. Robinson gives it to Word. And a block. And block unsuccessful and dropped in. Rams within 1. It's 19-18. AB in the lead. Rams are knocking on the door. General coming back. And the block wasn't even needed. It dropped short of the net, and that ties the ball game. And it's also another timeout. So we'll be back on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful.
And we're back here at the Dome Gymnasium. It's a tie ball game, 19 apiece. The general coming to direct the troops here. And knocked in, cut clean from number 2, Lois Nanshan. Mr. Nanshan. 20-19 is the score. AB in the lead after an effortless, what seemed to be effortless kill. Here we go. But a service error once again brings it now 20-20. We don't want to talk about 2020, though. That was a bad year.
Very.
Worst year of my life. Here we go. And he tried to Hail Mary the ball in a sense, trying to get a last-ditch effort in Denzel Brown, but gives the home-standing Rams the lead, 21-20. Here we go. And a side out from number 12, Gray, gives them now a 22-20 advantage. We'll take a timeout, but we're going to remain here and we're going to thank some of our sponsors. For example, across the way we got a banner for GigaBeam Networks, and they offer very good DSL. It's comparable to regular DSL. I mean, that's just this company does not compare. It is a very, very reputable company. Get good high-speed internet. Get the GigaBeam Networks today. All right? And then Chick-fil-A Mercer Mall, the best godly chicken you will ever eat. They're in Mercer Mall, Bluefield, West Virginia. And eat more chicken, as the cow says. So, anything that you notice, Kirsten, about strategy that you want to attest to?
Definitely Bluefield needs to work on their communication. They need to up it a little bit. They just need to be able to understand where each other are. I think a lot of them are forgetting each other's talents and how a strong ability they all have. They have some of the best back row I've seen in the conference. They have some of the best hitters I've seen in the conference. Everything I feel like is a little bit stronger, but the problem is they aren't working with each other that well as they could be and be putting the ball away 90% more than they do now.
And that's always an improvement, as now the Rams are up by 2. Caleb Ward coming in to serve. Here's Ward. Robinson in the middle. Gives it 23-20. I want to thank you for watching the Rams Digital Sports Network. If you're watching from home or wherever you are, it's 23-20, Rams in the lead, late in set 1. Here's Word. But, oh man, that was too powerful from Fernandez, 23-21. Rams still up by 2, but, you know, you got to be judicious at how hard you hit the ball.
Well, it's not necessarily how hard, it's just whether or not you snap. He was underneath the ball and pushed it forward rather than down. If you can get on top of the ball and you snap your wrist, you can hit it as hard as you want and it'll go straight down every time. Very similar to what Jadiel Diaz just did, except he wasn't able to turn his body enough to get it in. He just went out just a little bit.
Yeah, good observation as that now brings it 23-22. It's within 1 point. You need at least to win by 2 to win the set. Sturm coming back up. And a block, far end. It's now a tie ball game at 23 apiece. Another timeout has been called. So if you're the Rams, what are you thinking right now? You know, it's now 23-20. They had a pretty good lead here.
Yeah, they have to limit their unforced errors 110%. They're doing better with their serves now than they were in the middle of the match, but they lost quite a few points just from missed serves in the beginning of this match, even in the middle of it. Another thing is they're not covering their hitters right now. I've seen at least 3 or 4 balls just hit the floor because they got blocked, and not a single person even attempted to get the ball. They just watched it. They're like, oh, are we supposed to get that? And that's one thing they need to eliminate right now. They need to be able to get that ball. They need to be able to get the ball up. They need to just understand each other, because I think right now they're all expecting each other to go get it. They're not being willing to be the one to go get it. And right now that's what they need to work on most, is just communicating with each other and going after every ball and not giving up.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning, communication is key. And really quickly, I also want to thank one of our sponsors, The Grind Coffee Shop in Bluefield, Virginia. They have very good coffee. You've got to try them out. I recommend the Caramel Macchiato 100%. Regional flavors created around their unique brand. It is good coffee from The Grind. 23 apiece. Number 16, Ethan Sturm. Not Ethan Stinson. As that drops in for the ace from Sturm, it is now set point for AB. AB coming into this contest 3-12 in Division II. As Sturm comes up with the ball again. Here's Word over to Diaz. And it just ricocheted off the leg of number 2, Nanshan, 24-24. Need at least 26 to win this set as Diaz comes to serve. Block. Block unsuccessful that time. Here's Word. And the thou shalt not pass did not work. Point Rams. It is now match point, or sorry, set point. Set point for the Rams, 25-24. Here's Diaz. Here we go. And that's outside, 25-25. Now the bar has been raised to 27, being the minimum. Here we go, Jalen Gray. And that one now brings it from the service error for the third time. It is set point, 26-25. Rams need another one to win set number 1. Here's the next serve from Banks. Here we go. Block. Unsuccessful. Point goes to Alderson Broaddus. The bar has now been raised once again, ladies and gentlemen. 28 points are now needed to win the game. Here comes Resto. And it went through the wall and down. 27-26 for the 4th time. It is set point. 27-26, Rams need one more to win it. I've seen sets go as much as 40 before, so this is no surprise to me. And it goes over the wall. High, inbound. And that one goes inside, and finally 28-26 for set number 1. Rams now are in the lead overall 1-0. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on the Rams Digital Sports Network for set number 2.
You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve, and a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further. You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve, and a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark.
Well, it's time to set things back up because now it is going to be set number 2 here. Rams lead 1-0 on a 28-26 first set. Kirsten, that was so close. What can drive the wedge even more for these Rams?
Well, for both teams, they both need to be getting their serves in. They both struggle with that a lot in the first set. Bluefield struggled with it mainly in the beginning, but even towards the end on crucial points, they were missing serves that they can't be missing at that point in the game. Like, you got to make those, which I do know that Bluefield serves tough because they want aces, and every now and then you're going to miss them when you're serving that tough. But there's times when you need to know when you just need to get it in.
Yeah, also, aces are rare. You don't want to aim for whatever you can get. As now, here we go. Second set. Rams lead 1-0, and a hitting error on the net gives the first one to Bluefield. It's better, though, to kill the ball than to just get a freebie. Yeah, that really sets a tone for a nice set. Dribbling the ball ever so slightly, we got Leo Fernandez. Here we go. Morales kicks it over, and it's going to be too much lopsided from Diaz. 1-1 is your score. As an outside hitter, of course, you also have to be aware of not hitting the ball too far outside. Here we go. And knocked in nicely by Fernandez. 2-1 is the score for Bluefield. Now, those are the kinds of plays we like to see. Nobody up front. Nobody on that other team up front, and just sneaking the ball in. Here we go with the general. Here we go. Front line, past the wall. Thou shalt not pass. And it looks like AB is going to get the point off a double contact. 2-2 is the score.
Serving for AB, Andrew Nielsen.
Andrew Nielsen serving in a 2-2 contest. Rams lead 1-0. Looked like that one goes to both players. Interestingly, had a handle on the ball about the same time. But the judge does rule in favor of AB, so they get a 3-2 advantage now. Nielsen. Here's Word. And in the middle, number 13, Jovion Banks. Kills it nicely, 3-3. When I first started broadcasting, I would call that a spike, but I got corrected very early on. Near side now, Caleb Word. Here we go. Far side. And knocked lopsided from the libero in Morales. 4-3 the score now for Alderson Broaddus University. The Battlers. 4-3 the score. AB in the lead. General laid down the law. Excuse me, that was not General Smith, that was Leo Fernandez. Hariel Diaz now coming up to serve for Bluefield. It's 4-4 contest. Front line, block, not successful. Block, and back. Diaz doing everything he could to save it. You just got to know when to pick and choose your battles, though, because, sometimes a ball is not worth saving.
Not necessarily. You always want to try to save the ball no matter what, because if you can get a touch on it and there's someone near you, they can get it back up and get the point back. You never want to give up on a ball, ever.
Ball goes 5-5. I'm glad I have you up here, keeping me straight. 5-5 is your score. Here's the next play. And knocked down by Fernandez. 6-5 is your score. Bluefield in the lead. Here's the next serve. Over the wall. And blocked right then and there. Point for Rams, though, for the joust. 7-5 as the Rams pull away with a 7-5 lead. They win by 2 right now. And Jovion Banks is getting ready to deliver the next one. Touched by number 13, Banks, a little offsided. But I guess I should have said earlier, you have to be cautious when you're past a touch line because, if you touch it and it goes out, it's still, going to be their point. (7-6) is your score. Bluefield blocked from General. This time, General laid down the law, but it seems like even in spite of that, the 4 and no more rule applies for AB.
Serving for the Rams.
8-6 is the score. Leo Fernandez, as he is now going to serve, and the pack leads currently 8-6. Dropped in. 8-7 to score. Looks like there might be some conferring to do. Ref is signaling, go back to your posts.
He was signaling to the player because after he got the kill, he looked at Bluefield and said something, and the ref told him that if you're going to cheer for a point and want to say something, you have to look the opposite way because you can't say it to their team because of poor sportsmanship.
Yes, and I think sportsmanship is very key in a situation like that. And knocked down. Rams now get 9-7. Very, very aggressive kills made, and they have a 2-point cushion right now. He stops to tie his shoe. That's wise after what happened earlier on the other side of the team. You know, you always want to check your shoes. It's not April Fool's Day yet, so we can't do the shoes untied joke just yet. As Robinson comes up with the ball, 13 in the air, gets it. Here's Word. Block. Over to Word again. Block didn't go this time. Went over the defenses of Chinnon and Pickett, respectively. 10-7 is the score, and they're calling timeout. So we'll be back in just a minute here on the Rams Digital Sports Network where the score is 10-7.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life.
Welcome back here to the Dome. 10-7. The Rams lead by 3. And coming up next to serve is number 10, Robinson. Devin Robinson. Here it is. Looked like they couldn't get the ball over their own court. 4 and no more. As it's now up by 4, the Rams. 11-7. Now I want to go to a 7-Eleven and give me a Slurpee. Here we go, next serve. Over the defenses. And nice block, not saved. The Rams with a joint effort block from General Smith. And what I believe was number 7, Diaz. Nice blocking game going on. Now it's 12-7. Rams having a good lead, but they can't let that be an excuse if, sloppy play. Because I know getting on cloud 9 sometimes can allow you easily to slip up just like that. As that service error now brings it within 4, AB has the ball back. Chinnon, outside hitter from Pearl City, Hawaii. coming to serve now. 12-8. Point for AB, unreturnable from Pickett. 12-9 is the score. What are you laughing at?
The ref yelled at Leo for yelling across the net or whatever because he said he got it up with his foot. And so the ref told him, make sure you face the other way. And he turns around and yells it at the door.
And just like that, it's now 12-10. Bluefield need not be sloppy here. Here comes the next one, number 13. An outside service error, 13-10. Rams get it back. General directing the troops, directing traffic. Here we go. Caleb Word giving it over to Diaz over to Word. Knocked by Robinson. 14-10 is your score. Rams lead by 4. See if they can get some more. Here we go. Word. Under the net this time, AB 14-11. Battlers down by 3. Andrew Nielsen ready to serve for the Alderson Broaddus Battlers. 14-11. Here it is. And Diaz sinks it. Point for the Rams. 15-11 as Caleb Word comes to serve for the Rams. And it's up. Unreturnable there. 16-11 is the score for the Rams. They lead by 5. They can't let it up now, though. Wouldn't it be nice to have a 25-11 set? Getting in position, another block. Frontline defenses are really kicking in today. Here comes the back line. And a block this time. Unreturnable, number 15 and number 12, Pickett and Gray in on that action. They're now within 4. Pickett comes to serve now. And that one lopsided. Service error giving Bluefield 17-12. Rams are up by 5. Diaz comes up. Here's Word. Over to Robinson. Word once again. Over to Robinson. Usual formula. 17-12 a score. And a touch gives it for the Rams despite the outside. 18-12, timeout for AB. All right, so what did you like about the Rams? I mean, they're already up by 6. It's a very, very not as close as the first time around.
The Rams have definitely picked up some of their mistakes. They aren't missing as many serves. They're starting to cover a little bit better. They've still missed a few balls that they could have covered better, in my opinion. But they're doing a little bit better on that. Their defense is getting a little more scrappier and getting the ball up a little bit better. You can even see the libero Fernan is running all the way around the court. He's getting balls in the right front, the right back, the left back, left front. He's getting everything he can. He's definitely working harder than the libero on the other side, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's one of the best liberos in the conference. He continuously works hard. He never gives up, and he gets every single ball he possibly can. And I think they're doing better all around with their smaller mistakes they're making in that first set, and they're starting to fix it up. And they're going out there, and they're actually playing hard again.
Also, we want to thank Swope Construction, who since 1984 has served the construction needs of the two Virginias. And we are a proud supporter of Swope Construction, and they a proud supporter of us, the Bluefield Rams. So if you got something that needs to be built, go to Swope Construction. They got you covered. As 18-12, Rams up by 6. Hariel Diaz now coming in to serve for the Rams. 18-12 in the second set. Rams need not get too much on cloud 9, though, as it goes over the tape. Front line here. Block in from numbers 12 and 2. Gray and Nanchin, respectively, brings it within 5. Nanchin comes in, 18-13. AB down by 5. And knocked in nicely by Banks, 19-13. It's now a 6-point game. AB starting to get out of system here, as it shows. And I do agree with Kirsten, Rams have definitely improved from the first set. Still a ways to go, though. Banks is ready to serve, awaiting the whistle. Looks like they might be pulling a strategy here. Ref signals forward, and here we go with the next one. Knocked up. Will it be saved? Yes, in play. And that ball's kept alive. Block on the outside. Battlers within 5, 19-14. Jalen Gray. Here we go. Service error now brings it 20-14. Rams are in the lead by 6. Second set. Rams lead it overall 1-0. Here we go. And another block wasn't needed there. Goes under. Battlers now bring it within 5 again, 20-15. But the Rams are edging themselves closer to that second straight set win. Nathaniel Brownlee, the 6'5 freshman from Plainfield, Illinois, serving the ball. And that one drops in, unreturnable. 21-15 is the score. Rams need 4 more to seal the second set, and would only need 1 more set then to win the entire contest, at least for the first game. And the ball's up, and it's out. 21-16. Within 5, AB. Gannon Shinnon coming in to serve. And the General laid down the law. 22-16. You don't mess with the General. 22-16. as General Smith comes to serve now. Rams only need 3 more points. And a joint effort from Diaz and Banks on the block. 23-16. They're up by 7. Block missed that time. Goes to AB. 23-17 is the score. And Nielsen, the middle blocker, coming in to serve now for AB. 23-17 is the score. Knocked outside this time. Whoa. Point goes to the Rams, as the official points out. It is now set point for the Rams. Here's Caleb Word. Caleb Word giving it to Morales. And Atkins delivers an unreturnable, and that is the second set, 25-17. And when we come back, we'll have the third set of action here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where the Rams now lead 2-0.
You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further. You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So,
welcome back here to the Dome Gymnasium. The Rams now leading 2-0, and what an impeccable performance that was in the second set of action, where they actually outscored them by 8? Yes? 8 rallies, and that was wonderful. So now as set number 3 gets underway, let's see who's going to get first serve. serve now coming in from Brownlee. Here's the third set. General Smith bringing it inbound. And knocked outside from Adkins. Point goes to the Battlers. It's 1-0 AB. Brownlee. Here's Word. Block. Unreturnable. Now brings it 2-0 AB. These rallies start adding up. You know, you're down by 2, then you're down by 4. You got to be careful. You got to be careful because you might be down by 8, just like this team was. And I think they're looking for revenge here. Here's the next one. And put back into play. Here's Ward. And knocked outside. Battlers get their third straight in a row. Not from them hitting it in, just because, the Rams have been making some careless mistakes. Here's the next serve. And that one this time going to the Rams, bringing it within 2 after it went over the wall. 3-1. The General now coming in, bringing some order. Oh my! Sneaky play. Jovion tried to backhand it, but he didn't see what was coming as the blocker in the middle just said, not today. He brought it down, and it's 4-1 AB. Those slide plays, you got to always look forward. What did you say? Look forward. Because if you don't, you might actually screw up. 4-1.
It's hard to see the court and see where everyone is if you're not looking at it.
Absolutely. 4-1 AB is the score. Here comes Morales over to Word. A little miscommunication there, but the ball's still up. And a block. Well, I think it actually went in the net, though. So the block notwithstanding. 4-2. Bluefield within 2 now. Here's Caleb Word for the serve. Service error, though, brings it 5-2 AB. And coming back now is number 14, Nielsen.
Now serving Andrew Nielsen.
Nielsen spins the ball, brings it up, and it's up. Unreturnable that time. Point goes to the Rams. Yeah, 5-3. The scoreboard was wrong. Rams within 2. Knocked lopsided from Diaz. So yes, now make it 6-3. Jalen Gray now comes to serve for AB. 6-3. Here we go. Block on the far end, not substantial. And that's going to bring another point. 7-3. Leading by 4 early is AB. A very different scenario from what we saw in the last set. Too far forward. Now brings it 8-3. You know, AB was down by 5 in the last set. Now the Rams are down by 5. Here's Word. Adkins gets the kill. Another good outside hitter on the Rams team now. Only brings them within half the score of Alderson Broaddus. Here we go. Kill in from the corner play. 9-4 Alderson Broaddus. Nanshan coming in to serve for AB. Near side, here we go. An ace for Nanshan. It's 10-4. Rams are down by 6. Rams definitely need to do something here to make this a 3-set game. Is he going to bring it back in? And he does. Morales brings it back into play. Looks like it knocked back. Block at the net. Back line. This time here's Word. And knocked off the hands of Resto. The check at Nanshan. Now brings the Rams within half the score of AB again. 10-5. Rams down by 5, really needing something here.
They need a good run right now. Someone's got to put that ball down all the way, like 10-foot line, fire them up, and they'll get going. That's the one thing about Bluefield. The second they get fired up, they're going. But if they don't get that fire for a second, they lose it for a little bit.
10-6, Rams. Adkins on the near side. Point goes to AB. 11-6. Rams down by 5. Coming now, Bryce Pickett. Direction, that's Schweienfuss. As now, point goes back to the Rams, 11-7. Devin Robinson. Ball's up. Block on the far side. Block now coming to the middle, and it goes over the wall for the kill. 12-7 Battlers. Number 7, Brownlee, coming up now to serve for the Battlers of Alderson Broaddus. 12-7 is the score, AB in the lead. Point goes to the Rams, as it was a little joust at the net. Rams won a battle. 12-8 is the score. General Smith coming back. Block preemptive, but not needed. Double contact gives the Rams within 3. General Smith coming back and assumes the position. He's up. And it's back, still in play. Word, block. Adkins on the far side, lopsided. But 4 and no more gives it now 13-9. Can't hit that ball too many times. It's 4 and no more.
You're not allowed to hit it 4 times. You get 3 touches.
I know, but 4 is no more is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're allowed only 3. After the 4th one, that's no more, and the ball is dead. 13-9. Ball goes to the outside there, probably barely to the inside. Ref hasn't made his decision yet. It's 13-9 as it stands right now. Looks like they might replay that one. 13-9 score. Here's the next one from Resto, and a service error, clear cut that even Stevie Wonder could see. 13-10. Rams within 3. Here's Word. Service error for service error now. Brings it 14 to 10. Nielsen coming up. AB up by 4. Ball still in play. Morales over the Word. Front line gets ready. But unreturnable. They went lopsided. And 4 is no more, like we've always said. 14-11. Rams down only by 3 now. Can't hit it too many times. You're only allowed 3. And after that, 4 is no more. At least for that rally. Here comes number 7, Diaz. Knocked off the hands this time of number 6, Raymond Green, who is in the libero spot now. 14-12. Rams within 2. And the ball's up. Nice block. Joint effort from Adkins and number 13, Banks this time. Brings it within 1. Timeout for AB. So when we come back, we'll have you the rest of this set here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where the Rams are within 1. Sorry for the delay, folks, and the technical difficulties. But now it's 15-13 here. I about said 3 accidentally. Knocked down. 15-14. Rams within 1. Yes, sir, Bob, who ironically is also our PA guy. 15-14. Here we go. And the wall did not go as planned that time. 16-14, AB. Dire straits are now headed for the Rams. If they want to get this done in 3, then they really, really have to step it up here. As number 2, Nanchin is up to serve. Service error gives them a break. 16-15 is the score. Rams are within 1 point. And here's Adkins. Service error trades out. 17-15 is the score. Schweinfuss now comes in for the serve. And a resurrection at that, but it's too much. 18-15. Pulling away with the lead now, AB leading by 3. Robinson for the kill. Brings the Rams within 2 now. 18-16 is the third set. Rams win right now 2-0. And if they can manage to take the lead over and win this, then they'll win the whole game. at least for this first game and a tri-match here at the Dome Gymnasium. Right now we got Devin Robinson. The ball's up and over. Here's Morales over to Martin. Martin on the front line this time. Knocked back, unreturnable from Raymond Green. Now within one is the Rams. And Robinson comes back to serve. High in the air, it's up. That one this time ties it up. Brownlee could not get a grip. 18-18, Rams get a good break here. Can they take back the lead? We are about to find out. Oh, they're wiping up sweat. I think the moppers coming out. We love our sweat moppers. They are an integral part in keeping the game safe. Here we go now. Devin Robinson dribbles up, and it is away. Here's Martin. Outside this time from Diaz. Lead stays in the hands of Alderson Broaddus. Okay. 19-18. Score for AB. Here's the next one. Diaz sloppy. Lead is now still in AB's favor, 20-18. Rams really need to step up. And here is Diaz. Can he rectify it? And it goes to the Rams after Martin was ready for it, but it was just outside of the bounds. Bluefield within one. General Smith back to serve again for the Rams. Knocked out of the hands of Robinson, 21-20. Very dangerous to going into a fourth set here. Looks like a much-needed timeout is being called by Coach Alvarez. So when we return, the score 21-19 as John Cena's theme plays in the Dome Gymnasium. Here we are now in what could be the closing little minutes of set three as Resto comes up. Rams really needing to step up in order to end this in three. Here we go. Martin comes up. Front line block. goes to AB. Battlers get the point. 22-19. After an unsuccessful attempt at a block. 22-19. And here's Martin. Block. Tried to be sly, but this ball is still in play. Oh, no. Point this time goes to the Battlers. They're now up by 4. And I noticed, Kirsten, as they go to timeout, notice that whenever you really think it's going to be in their favor, you shake your head yes, and if not, no. Yeah, I just see the pattern. And, I agree, because it's good to have that analytical mind up here saying, oh, wait, this is about to go south. Oh, wait, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I can usually tell right away because you can look at their faces. You can see whether or not they want the point or not. You can look it in their eyes. They're standing out there, and if you can tell they're just, they're not going to get the point. I can tell you that 110% every single time.
I bet, it's not really you kind of have that fortune teller crystal ball outlook. Because you play volleyball, you know how it is, and you pretty much know probably before I do when they get the rally to score. We're appreciative to have Kirsten up here, and we're appreciative of you for listening to today's broadcast or series thereof of Rams volleyball in a tri-match where AB, the Rams, and later on St. Andrews at 6 p.m. Rams are going to be taking on, and AB will also take on St. Andrews immediately following this contest. 23-19 is the code and is the score. Rams really needing it here. It's crucial as Resto comes up. And that one goes to AB, so now it is set point. Very well could be a 4-set contest here. Here's Resto. He dribbles, waiting the ref's signal.
There seems to be an issue at the table down low with the book.
Yeah, we got an issue down below us here. All right, now that's been corrected. 24-19, set point for AB. It's up. Lopsided out of the hands of Brownlee. 24-20, still set point. Rams are trying to edge it back up. Tony Martin brings the ball up. And a block unsuccessful, gives it to the Rams again. As a block was not even needed. Went outside on a side out. So 24-21, Bluefield within 3. Here is the next one. And AB by the side judge was ruled. So with that, 25-21. Looks like the side judge is conferring with the ref. I don't know, it's very close to the touch line. Very, very close.
Well, it seems as if one of the line judges says there was a touch on the block when he hit the ball, and the other line judge said it was out, which from my point of view up here, it even looked in. So
yeah, even Stevie Wonder could see that was in. (24-22) is now the score. I know I use those a lot, but sometimes even to us up here in the booth, it's obvious. So now 24-22 is the score. And now that time is inside. 24-23 in that exact same spot. Timeout is being called, but yeah. Definitely, I thought that was going to be the end of set number 3 for sure, had the call stood. But luckily the game still goes on. And what will you be saying to the Rams right now? Because, I mean, it's 24-23. They got to win by 2. So what can get them the next rally to keep this game alive?
If I was Coach A right now, I would be telling them, step it up, act like you want to win, because right now their faces aren't really showing it. Some of them are trying to act a little harder than the others, but you can see on some of their faces they're just kind of like, oh, but we'll win, we'll get it back, like it's no biggie. But they need to actually go out there and show it.
Well, it is a biggie to lose to a 3-12 team.
They're also in a different division, though, as well, so their competition is completely different than what we play.
Yeah, well, given, they're in the Mountain East Conference, is a little bit more competitive. I'll give you that. But it'd be nice for the Rams to take home the W here. 24-23. Tony Martin for his serving debut here in this contest. Here we go. Point AB, and it is over for set number 3, 25-23. So you know what that means. AB gets their first set. It's 2-1. So we're going to have to play
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further. You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark.
Here we go for the fourth set. on the Rams Digital Sports Network. You need 3 to win. So, with the Rams losing that last one 25-23, we're now in the 4th set of action here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams need to get this one, or it could go into a 5th set. But let's hope, knock on wood, Rams can get the win they need here against the Alderson Broaddus Battlers, hailing from Philippi, West Virginia, which, if you didn't tune in earlier in the broadcast, Philippi is a little bit near Clarksburg, West Virginia. It's in the northern part, closer to the Panhandle, a little bit past Charleston even. So definitely a good road trip down here. They're from the Mountain East Conference, which neighboring school of ours at Concord University, also in the Mountain East Conference in Division II. A very common opponent in women's and men's volleyball and in basketball for Alderson Broaddus. And they come to Bluefield now with a 3-12 record. Bluefield looking to get another win, though, out of this today. It's currently 2-1 in terms of sets. Bluefield's still in the lead, but needing that 3rd set to win overall. As the scoreboard now gets set back up. Set number 4 to begin with Horiel Diaz. And it's up. And the ball knocked out by Banks. Point Battlers 1-0. And it seems like an interesting trend that whoever gets it's been even in this game, Kirsten, whoever gets that first rally most likely is going to win the set. But we can't really say that right now. We hope that trend will break with this one. As that time, Jovion Banks getting the redemption he needed, 1-1. But overall, Kirsten, I think you would agree with me on this, though, that the first rally kind of sets the tone for the rest of it.
Depends on the kind of rally. In that kind of situation, it was a bad pass by the other team right away, and then a mistake by Bluefield. So both made a mistake during that rally right away. So not necessarily, it doesn't technically set the tone, where if the other team comes in and gets a massive kill right away, that can set the tone for the whole set.
Right. And with that, point goes to the Rams. They're in the lead 2-1. Off of an impressive block. Here we go now. Lopsided, but brought in. Far side to Word. Point goes to the Rams. Rams are up by 2 now. Here in the near side, Jovion Banks. Here's Word, getting blocked. Oh, almost a kill, but put in play still. Hitting the tape. Block unsuccessful. Not getting a grip on it was Banks, and 3-2 the score. AB within 1. Andrew Nielsen now up to serve for Alderson Broaddus. It's the 4th set. And the ball knocked in nicely by Fernandez. Now brings it 4-2. The score for the Rams. Here's Fernandez. And the point this time, notwithstanding the block, goes to the Rams after not quite even making it over the net. Little miscalculation. 5-2. Rams up by 3, and a service error brings it 5-3. Coming for the Battlers now is number 12, Jalen Gray. It's up. Here's Morales over to Word. Tries to sink it. Front line block. Point this time, though, goes to Alderson Broaddus. As Gray makes it back to serve. And that one not quite making it over in the far corner. Rams up by 2, 6-4. Devin Robinson now for the Bluefield Rams. It's the fourth set. Bluefield currently leads in sets 2-1. Looking to get their third here as he dribbles. Ball's up and away. Front line block. Front line block again. This time from Diaz, and now gives Bluefield another rally to tack on. 7-4 in favor of your home standing Bluefield University Rams. Devin Robinson brings it up again. Up and out. Battlers within 2, 7-5. Nanshan comes now to serve for the Battlers of Alderson Broaddus. It's up. Here's Ward. Knocked in by Diaz. 8-5 on the near side. Kirsten nodding her head, and that was a darn good play.
Yeah, that was 110% in. I saw it from up here, and we have a really great angle from up here, and they're complaining, saying that it was out when that was in by a mile.
Very much in, but hey, that time that one was outside, ruling in favor of Alderson Broaddus. 8-6 is the score. Schweienfuss now comes back to serve for Alderson Broaddus. 8-6, block. And it knocked in from the middle by Jovion Banks. 9-6. Caleb Word comes back to serve, and he assumes position. He dribbles, it's up. Knocked in, though. Kill for Alderson Broaddus. 9-7 to score. Bluefield in the lead. Fourth set. Brownlee coming to serve now for AB. Here we go. And ruled inside. A diagonal play from Diaz. He really favors those diagonal plays as an outside hitter, but very good at them, especially in this set. 10-7. As Diaz comes to serve now. It's up. Front line block botched. And it goes past the wall. 10-8. The Rams are still in the lead by 2. Resto for AB coming to serve now. And it's up. Knocked in from the center ever so sneakily, and Nielsen brings him within 1. Resto comes back again, and it's up. And front line in action, but it's out past him. Passing the block again, right through the legs of Word. And that now brings it a 10-all ball game. Resto now coming in to serve for the third consecutive time. Robinson. Looks like Bluefield got the point. It definitely knocked inside for the Rams off of Robinson's kill. 11-10. Jovion Banks comes to the near side, and it's up. Little premature on that, but still goes to the Rams on their defenses. 12-10. Rams up by 2. Here's another one. Bringing it back in is Word. But hitting the net was Diaz. 12-11. Within 1. Nielsen comes to serve now for Alderson Broaddus. It's up. Word. Gives it over to Fernandez and mishandled. 12-all is the ball game right now in the 4th set. Nielsen comes back in to serve. And service error gives them a break. The Rams are now up by 1. Here's Fernandez. Goes over the wall. Morales. And knocked out of bounds for the Rams to get 14-12. That chain reaction of events ever since Robinson's hard hit ball produced a little bit of miscommunication from the AB squad.
Created some chaos on their team.
Knocked in, this time by number 12 in Jalen Gray, brings him within 1. As Gray comes up to serve now. Knocked outside this time by Leo Fernandez on the far side, going diagonal to the inside. 14-all is your score. Knocked outside on a service error gives the Rams the lead back, 15-14. Rams definitely needing to capitalize on Alderson Broaddus' errors. As Fernandez comes to serve. And it's up. Correction, that was Robinson on the serve. And a little bit of a miscombobulation. Too high on the voltage. 15-all. Nanchin comes to serve now. And on a corner, couldn't get to it in time, was Green. Kill coming in. Bluefield is now 16-15. General Smith making another appearance at the serving position. And the ball tipped out. 16-16 is the score. They've just been trading error for error for error. That's how this one's been going. Here's Word. Knocked in, according to the line judge. 17-16 for the Rams.
There's very few points this set that have been earned so far. Lots of silly mistakes and easy plays that you should be making.
Knocked outside. Rams getting another break. 18-16. Rams needed to capitalize here and pull away with the lead ever so slightly as the fourth set comes closer to the close. And a block unsuccessful, and the kill coming in from Resto brings them within one. I think they're trying to also bring up their defense a little bit prematurely at times. Here's Brownlee. Looks like the point goes to the Rams. They're saying you can't do that. Well, yes, he just did. 19-17. And a ball rolls out. Rams get the point, and they've been getting freebies every step of the way, as now it's 20-17, and they really need to capitalize upon these mistakes as the timeout is called. We want to thank another one of our sponsors today, and that will be Black Tie Charters. Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has provided quality service to the two Virginias, and the Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. These businesses are very representative of our area, and we thank them immensely for sponsoring us, especially GigaBeam Networks, who has internet that is faster than regular DSL, regular dial-up, but who uses dial-up anymore? Well, I actually had up until 2 years ago, so I can't say nothing. But GigaBeam Networks, definitely a program to invest in, high-speed internet. And as you notice, their banner is across the way. Also, Chick-fil-A, Mercer Mall, the Holy Chicken. Make sure you eat more of it every day, as the cow says. As we near in out of this timeout, Kirsten, they've been handed a silver platter almost, because these mistakes from Alderson Broaddus, Bluefield can really capitalize and close this thing out.
Yeah, the problem is, though, Bluefield's making the exact same mistakes. They're just going back and forth. Right now, luckily, Bluefield was able to get a little bit of a point lead to kind of give them a little cushion, but at the same time, they can't let up. They need to be able to limit as many errors as they possibly can right now.
That time goes right there for the kill, 20-18. And, you know, a little pattern I've started to see that I'm going to recapitulate is that I believe the Rams sometimes get their wall up a little too early for the blocks. A little bit more coordination for that. It's 2018. And there is a block. Ball's back into play. Here's Word. Knocked in! Jovion Banks. 21-18. Rams on the primrose path to victory here. Maybe. Want to knock on wood. Don't know. 21-18 is the score. Here we go. Here's Word. Over to General Smith. And on the outside now brings Alderson Broaddus within two. It's 21-19. And Kirsten, you're right. Pretty much all it is now is just trade off the errors with the occasional kill. 21-19. And this time the Rams, after that touch, bounced out. 22-19. Devin Robinson trying to make something happen here. Thank you. Hernandez. As that was 23-19. AB. And, you know, with that, You know, Rams now within 2 of taking this to the house. Now, we will admit that along the way, AB has given us some free opportunities. Have we decided to take them?
Most definitely, but we've also given them some of their own as well. AB has come out and they've put the ball down a few different times and made Bluefield kind of rethink, like, holy crap, they're playing. And then Bluefield came back and did the same thing right back, and then they started making those small mistakes and those small errors, missing serves that don't need to be missed, which this set has not been that bad with missed serves, but it's a lot of touching the net, lots of not covering, lots of miscommunication, easy plays that can easily be in and just messing them up. There's a lot of small mistakes that should not be happening on both teams right now.
Yeah, and I will say also that as the Rams come back out, you know, it's always the goal of every player on the volleyball team to put them away more than you do an error. You know, that's generally the golden rule of volleyball. See what the Rams can do in these next couple of rallies and maybe take the W. Maybe. As Fernandez comes back in to serve for Bluefield. It's 23-19 Bluefield. And a block and a little unsuccessful. Block at time from AB, but it doesn't go to their avail as Rams now get it to set, or rather to match point. Not just set point, but match point. As one more rally won from Bluefield would mean the game is over, at least for now. Service error brings it 24-20 though. Point for Alderson Broaddus and number 12, Jalen Gray. And a little lopsided from the Rams now brings Alderson Broaddus within 3, 24-21. You need to win by 2 in order to win and take the set and the match in this case. Here comes the next one. And yes, yes, Devin Robinson delivering the last blow to finish this game off, 25-21. And with that, Rams win this game 25-21 and set in number of sets 3-1. Our special thanks to Jackson Bast for doing our camera today and our scoreboard. And special thanks to Jacob Key, our statistician. And special thanks also to you, Kirsten Palmboss, for delivering some great insights. So with that, final score overall, Bluefield leads 3-1. So when we come back, we'll have I believe we might have a post-game interview here coming up in a little bit. So on the Rams Digital Sports Network, we will be back with post-game.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve, and a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further. You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made.
Well, I am now standing here with head coach of the men's volleyball team, Coach Alvarez. So, Coach, tell me what you thought about today's game.
Well, I first want to tell you that I know that a lot of times after a victory, we like to have one of our student athletes come up and share and discuss, and it's what we want to do. It's just that today, we just got back yesterday from a 4-day trip out in Kentucky, and we've been on rest management, if you will, right? And making sure that they take care of schoolwork, and now we got to hurry up and get them fed before the next match. So I asked the guys to just go take care of that management, if you will, right? And go attend to their bodies and attend to their well-being so that they can get back and continue to compete. As far as this match, I was very concerned about how we were going to feel. I was very concerned about our energy. I mean, 4 days out in Kentucky, we all stayed in one house. We rented a house out there, and we did as best we could to rest and play, and we fed the guys great meals, and it was a great time, but it's still a long trip, right?
Yeah.
And those long bus rides really do something to your body. And so that was my concern. I think that's what showed up in the third set. We were cruising in the first. We were definitely cruising in the second. After one of those timeouts, we got the guys going in the huddle. But then the third set, you could just see their energy just deplete. And so we got to hurry up and get re-energized.
Now, I will say my favorite set of all of them was the second set when they took it by 8. So tell me, what energy was there that was lacking?
Well, the second set, I think, and I don't know for sure, I couldn't tell you exactly what was said, but I could tell there was a little bit of jabbing back and forth with one of their guys and a couple of our guys. So we called a timeout, and I walked over to their bench, and I just said, hey, boys, let's just go have fun. Let's talk trash, but let's have fun. Let's make sure it's still in good spirits. And then I got in our huddle, and I challenged the guys a little bit. And I said, if anything goes down, I got the coach. So I think they enjoyed that. Obviously, I said it in a lot of fun, but I think the guys really enjoyed that. And they popped out of that huddle ready to conquer the world. So that's why I said that.
All right, well, Coach, we thank you, and you have defeated Division II Mountain East Conference opponent in Alderson, Broaddus. So our next broadcast will be momentarily here on the Rams Digital Sports Network from Coach Alvarez, from Kirsten Palmboss' Ethan Stinson, saying so long on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be,